The most personal moments yet from Andrea Canning's extraordinary interview with Charlie Sheen. It is time to meet the goddesses. Take it away, Andrea.
Good morning, George, again. The goddesses say they are in love with Charlie, that he is a romantic who swept them off their feet. Go figure. And not only are they his girlfriends who live with him, they say they are second mothers to his twin boys. Who are your goddesses?
Well, you've read about the goddesses. Come on, they're an international sensation. These are my girlfriends. These are the women that I love that have completed the three parts of my heart.
They were the women who were by his side throughout our interview.
It's the Nat and the Rach.
So that's your team right now?
It's not a circle, it's a wedge. Boom. You form a wedge to make room for the guy carrying the ball.
Natalie Kenley, a former nanny and model, and Rachel Oberlin, a porn star.
Is this like a family for you?
Absolutely.
The two of you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we all love and care about each other. So we all have our own connections with one another. Natty and Charlie have their own special connection. I have my own connection with Charlie, and then Natty and I also have our own relationship.
And it works well for us. I mean, it's unconventional and it seems crazy to everybody else, but for us, I mean, it works well. And we all love and respect each other and respect each other's boundaries.
How did you meet Charlie?
I met Charlie through a friend. It was just a random chance meeting. Fell in love with him the second I met him. We bonded over music and stayed up talking for hours and fell in love with his brain.
Look at these two. Wow. Who's got it better than me?
What do you love about these two?
What's not to love? Everything, every cell, every memory, every future, all of it.
You're like the new Hugh Hefner here with your team.
He's an amateur.
I called them
He started when he was like 90. He's a trailblazer and a pioneer, and I'm honored to be mentioned in the same sentence with him. He's not wearing those robes, sorry.
Can you say hi?
While they admit they're no ordinary family, his so-called goddesses even take care of Sheen's twin boys.
This is Max, and that's Bob.
He shares custody of the twins with soon-to-be ex-wife Brooke Mueller.
Charlie, do you see these women as mother figures to your children?
Absolutely, sure, yeah, and mad respect because that's a lot to ask. But I didn't have to ask. They just stepped up and went, "Of course we'll help. We all live in the same house." Sure.
Yes. Are they like a second and third mother?
Of course, yeah.
Do you think the two of you are good influences on those twin boys?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all you can do with children is love them, you know. And if we love them, and I mean, we're not doing anything to be harmful to their routine or, you know, undermine anything that else is going on, you know, we all have a lot of respect for each other.
Yeah, I mean, people have seen, you know, what they've seen publicly, but behind closed doors, when we're here at this house, I mean, we're all just talking, laughing, we're watching movies each night, we're just hanging out with each other, you know, there's not any partying going on, you know, we're just hanging out, we're normal people.
Kind of, but you know, that definitely isn't like it's not like a wild party situation. It's not like a wild scene with jealous girls and ex-wives and all this kind of stuff. It's all very, we all love Charlie, you know?
Yeah.
But everyone is still talking about Sheen's brutal and sometimes painful honesty about his drug use.
Oh, man, I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go.
And his war with CBS.
Are you going to sue?
Well, I mean, wouldn't you? I don't have a job. I got a whole family to support and love. I'm here to collect, you know, and they're going to lose.
And we want to tell you there's a lot more you haven't seen of this interview. We spent an entire day with him. You'll see it tonight on a special edition of 2020.
From the women who share his mansion and his bed.
Who's got it better than me?
Do you want to marry Charlie?
The stars who've offered their support.
Sean Penn and Mel Gibson and Colin Farrell and just radical people.
Why he's so mad at his famous father.
I don't care if he's my dad. Back off with your judgment.
What he's prepared to do to get his show back.
We two guys just sit in a room and just go, look, we hate each other. Let's continue to make some great television.
Charlie Sheen, how he really lives.
I'm a peaceful man.
And in his own words, a special edition of 2020 tonight.